Hello everyone, welcome to part 4 on Numpy. Today we are going to discuss functions and arithmetic operations on Numpy. So let us start with the contents. First of all, we will be discussing some of the functions which we have left in previous tutorial, that was split and extract. Then we will be learning various utility functions like sine, cos, rend, int, etc. Arithmetic operations. Then we are going to learn arithmetic operation in 2D array using operators. Then we will be learning arithmetic operations using functions. Then we will be learning application of Numpy array covered in the syllabus, that is covariance, correlation and linear regression, and that will be followed by some of the question. And this is final series of Numpy basics. So let us start with split function. Split function will split our array into subsets. It can be done both in one dimension and two dimension array. First of all, we will be seeing our syntax of split. Here, first of all, numpy package np.split or numpy.split. Then we have to specify array in which splitting should be done, and then we can specify n as an integer number or one dimension array. And final parameter whose default value is 0 is axis on which axis we want to split. Before going any further, we have to discuss n and one dimension array. What is it? Actually, when the second argument is defined as n, then array is divided into n equal sub-arrays as per axis argument. Okay, for example, for axis 0, it is splitted horizontally on vertical axis, and for 1 it is splitted vertically on horizontal axes. Now when the second argument is n, for axis 0 it behaves as v split, and for axis is equals to 1 it behaves as h split. And if the second argument is given as one dimension array, just we have given in this example, it splits the array into unequal sub-arrays, just like in the example. You can see we have used np.split data. Data is our array, one dimension array, and then we have given another one dimension array or a list which has 2 and 3, or actually 2 elements. So splitting will be done as like this. So first of all, from starting to the second element, just like this, 0 to second, 0 and 1, 1 and 2 will be the first part of the array, and then second part will contain to the second number which is specified in the list, that is 7. So the second split will be 2 to 7 excluding 7, just like in slicing, and third will be up from 7 to last. So in this way we will get separate 3 arrays. So this is how we can do it in one dimension array, and let us check it out in our codes how it is done. So first of all, we are going to have a one dimension array. Let's say, so let us split an array of 10. First of all, we will be having an array. Let's say np dot a range from 1 to 11. Okay, and then we are going to split it a comma b, it should be b comma c is equals to np dot split a into 2 halves. Okay, now let us print our a and print b and print c. So let us execute this one. See, so first our base array is this, and we have specified 2. That's why we have 2 arrays of equal size. Now let us change it to let's say 5 and see whether it is possible or not. So let us check it out. Now you can see we were having A with 10 elements, and now it is split it into 5. 1 2 3 4 and 5. Okay, if you want to print it, you can print it, or you can store it in different arrays. I'm going to do it and show you how. B comma C comma D comma E comma F comma, okay, it will be enough, and then finally print B, C, D, E and F. See, now we have 5 elements, all have 2 elements, or our array is split into 5 elements. This is how we can do it, but we can specify an array. So let us do it. So from 1 to 3, so that first element, then we say, let's say 6, and let's say then 8. So my array will be split into 4 sub arrays, and let us get rid of this statement and let us try to print it up. Okay, I should be printing our first array also. Print A, and now execute and see. So our base array was A, and it contains 10 elements from 1 to 10. First array is from A to 3, so 0, 1, 2. As you know, when we specify a 3, third index 3 will not be included. 3 minus 1, that is 2. So basically that's why we are getting 1, 2 and 3. And then we have specified 6 as a array element. Next array will contain element from 3 to 6 minus 1, that is 5. So you can see this 3, 4 and 5. Next split will contain element from this position to 8, and then finally rest of the array will be printed. In this way, splitting can be done with the help of a split function. So now let us see how splitting can be done in 2-dimensional array. Now let us understand splitting in 2-dimensional array with the help of example. First of all, we will be creating an array with the help of a arrange method and reshape it to 2-dimensional array which contains 5 rows and 6 columns. You can see 1 to 30. Okay, so here we have access 0 containing 5 elements and 6 columns. Now split command is somewhat like this: np dot split data is our range or AR, and then we have specified an array containing 2 elements, 2 and 3. So first splitting will be done from 0 to 2 minus 1, that is 0 and 1. So we are getting first and second row, and then splitting will be done including 2 to 3 minus 1, that is 2. So only one row will be given by the split, and then rest of the array will be our third sub array. So this is how we can do a splitting. When we do not specify access, it is taken as 0. Splitting will be done in access 0. Now coming to the next example, here you can notice it's the same array which we have created earlier with 5 rows and 6 columns, and here we are going to specify access 1 while splitting. So now the splitting will be done in access 1. So you can see, and you can apply the same logic which we have applied earlier, and here we have specified 0 to 0. 0 t is the first split, as we have specified first element as 2, so 0 to 2 minus 1, that is 0 and 1. Okay, then we have our next split 2 to 6 minus 1, that is 5. So you can see 2, 3, 4, 5, and we have only 6 elements. So rest, and the third array will be empty array. So let us check out how it can be done in codes. So I'm going to create an array from, let's say, 1 to 31, and reshape it to, let's say, 5, 6. So this will contain our array, and now I'm going to split it. A comma B or comma C is equals to np.split. We specify an array in which splitting is to be done, and we are going to specify another array 2 colon, let's say, 4, and see whether it works or not. And let us try to print all the portions of the array. So first of all, our base array, let's say A is equals to, and then rest of the arrays B, B, C, C, and finally D. And let us execute this one and see the result. Now as you can see, first of all, our A array, which contains 30 elements in 5 rows and 6 columns. Then we have tried a split. You can see split function. First is 0 and 1. So first row and second row contains our first split. B contains our second split, which is from 2 and 3. You can see 2 and 3, and finally rest of the array is stored in our third splitted array, which is stored in T. So this is how a splitting is done. Now let us split vertically, or we specify it using the access. Access is equals to, let's say, 1, and now try to print this array. Now you can see our original array, and then we have first split, which is 0 and 1. So first row 1, 7, 13, 19 and 25, and second column 2, 8, 14, 20 and 26. And second, we will be having a split of again 2 columns, which is with the index 2 and 3. 3, 9, 15, 21 and 27, and 4, 10, 16, 22 and 28. Let's see 2, 3, 9, 10 and 5. So this clears the second split, and the rest of the array 5 and 6 you can see. So here we have splitted all the array in equal halves, but we can specify another number, let's say 5 here, and check out how it functions. Now you can easily notice our first split, as usual, first column and second column, but the second split contains 3 columns, as 5 minus 1 is equals to 4. So that will be our fourth row, 5th row, and then finally the last column. So I think functionality of split function is clear to you, and now let us jump to our next topic. So let us now see extract function. So in extract function, first of all, we have to specify first argument as a condition, and then we have to supply an array. Okay, for example, we have used a array containing 24 elements and reshape it to 4, 7. Now what I did is I have stored a condition. You can see this is the condition. Con any variable, you can choose any variable of your choice, is equals to a. A is our array, and then I have specified greater than 5. Now our array will contain a condition, sorry, con variable will contain a condition, and then I have used this condition in a extract function as a first argument, and then I have specified the a. Now when I printed this, my result will be all the elements in a one dimensional array which are greater than 6. You can see from 6 to 24 all the elements are present in the output. So let us see code in action. So now let us execute this one and see the result. As you can see, our first array contains all the elements from 1 to 24, but my B contains all the elements from which are more than 5. Now let us see what is the content of the con variable. Con /n and con. See, now you can see my con variable is again a numpy array which contains only boolean values, and shape is just as we have specified in A, that it contains 4 rows and 6 columns, and that's why our extracted value contains all the elements whose value is true for the condition. I think this is clear to you. Being a kind audience, and thank you very much.